Hello and welcome to ReginaldESQ. I'm Underhook and this is my review of the Russian Tier 6 medium tank, the T-34-85. So, is it any good? Yes, it's a very good tank. If it had better gun depression, I'd even go so far as to say it's a great tank. But as it is, it's very good. It's basically an upgraded version of the T-34 with a better turret and better gun. Now, this tank has 720 hit points, which is the second lowest. So, a bit like the T-34, it's low on hit points. The only one that's lower is the VK-3001P German tank with 710 hit points. So at 720, we're pretty low. And the most goes to the VK-30-02M, which has 840. So we're a fair way behind the mark there. Now, the weight of around 34 tons is average. It's much better than the A43 at 28 tons, but a fair bit lighter than the VK-30-02M at 42 tons. So never a good idea to ram big German tanks. Speed-wise, this thing is 54 kilometers an hour in forward and 20 kilometers an hour in reverse. Now, the 20 kilometers an hour in reverse is the equal best and is great because it enables you to pop out from behind cover, shoot, and pop back again very quickly. And the tank is very good at that sort of thing, just like the T-34 was. The 54 kilometers an hour in forward is correct. It does do that on the flat. And it probably gets there a little bit easier than the T-34 does. It has a bit more sort of top-end grunt. But it's, yeah, and it's pretty good. Pretty maneuverable as well. And its track traverse is 38. And that's about average for this tier, but it's pretty good. It does handle quite well. The A43 is the best. It's 44 degrees a second. And the worst being the VK-3001P at 28. So it's pretty good at 38. The turret traverse is also very good, coming in at 48 degrees a second. Now, the best is 50 degrees a second, and there's three tanks with that. The A43, the Cromwell, and the Type 58 all have 50. But at 48, really, we're only just behind them, so it's not much difference. View range, though, on this tank isn't very good. It's 360 meters. Now, nearly all of the tanks, or the vast majority of the tanks at this tier have 370 meters view range, so we're 10 meters behind them. The worst, though, is the Panzer 5.4, the premium, with 350 meters. So, you know, we're not too bad, I suppose, but it's a little less than I'd like. The radio range of 525 meters is the equal worst. It's not that good, but it's good enough. Camouflage-wise, the tank, though, is very good. It has probably the second best camouflage. The best camouflage at this tier would be the Cromwell, and then the Type 58, and this tank would be probably the next best camouflage tanks. So yeah, not bad at all. Gun depression wise, this tank gets 7 degrees of gun depression, which is a little less than I'd like. It's below my minimum for hill fighting, so you have to be a bit more creative as far as getting hull down goes, because the hull armor isn't great. The turret armor is pretty good though. So yeah, you just have to be a little bit more creative with how you manage to cover your hull. So if this thing had, say, 10 degrees of gun depression, it would be a really fantastic tank. But it doesn't. Has 22 degrees of elevation, which is not too bad. The worst in this class is the A43 with only 5 degrees of elevation. But the best is the E8 Sherman, which has 12 degrees of gun depression. Actually, the worst in class isn't actually the A43. The worst would be the Panzer 4.5 Premium with 4 degrees of gun depression. But anyway. So, let's have a quick look at the grind for this tank. Now, I was able to go straight to the top engine and top radio. So, I can't tell you what it's like with the stock engine, unfortunately. However, we have quite a big gun selection here. Now, when I started with this tank, I was able to go straight to get the 122mm. I didn't have to use a 76mm, although 76mm isn't too bad anyway. And then you've got this 85mm, which is just a slightly upgraded version of the 76mm, and that's not too bad. 126 pen with 160 damage, but that pen is a little bit low, especially against T7s and 8s, and has a 12 rate of fire. But you probably want to get rid of that as soon as you can and get onto the Top Gun. Now, I have got a game for you with this derp gun, because I did use it for a few games before I moved on, while I was researching the turret, because you can't get the Top Gun. And it was a bit of fun. it's a 122mm. It has a 5.26 rate of fire, which is pretty slow, but it has 61 pen and 450 damage with HE shells, and 140 pen and 370 damage with the heat rounds, which is pretty impressive, the 140 pen with the heat rounds. 0.57 accuracy is terrible, and a 2.9 second aim time is a little bit too long for this tank. But it works pretty well at tier 6. Tier 8s though, with normal HE, you just don't do any damage at all to them. So you have to use the heat, and really, even then, you don't do much damage. So it's a bit of fun at the lower tier, lower end, but when you get top against tier 8s, it's pretty much useless. And this gun though is very, very good, the top gun. It's an 85mm gun, has a rate of fire of 10 rounds a minute, which is pretty impressive for a gun that does this much damage. Has 144 pen, which is plenty at tier 6, and does 180 damage. Now the gun does suffer a little bit at tier 8. Tier 7 it's fine. Tier 8 does suffer a little bit, but if you load up premium ammunition, you're going to get 194 pen. So, you know, there's not much you can't pen with that. However, most of the time I just use standard ammo, and you just really pick out weak spots most of the time, because the tank is quite capable of flanking. Has accuracy of 0.37, which is quite serviceable, not too bad at all. Okay, you can't pick out weak spots at long range, but most of the time you can still hit the tank. The aiming time of 2.3 seconds is quite good for a gun of this much power, and it works very well with the tank. Alright, let's now get into Tank Inspector. The tactics for this tank are very similar to the T-34. It's basically pop out and shoot, or maneuver and flank, and try and shoot people in the sides. And yeah, it does good damage for the rate of fire that it has, and you will bounce some shots off the turret. Anyway, let's get into Tank Inspector and have a look. Oh, my crew is currently fully trained, but in most of the games that you see, they will not be fully trained. They will be somewhere between sort of, well, the first game, I think the commander will be 100%, but the rest of, actually he won't be. No, he won't be. No, they'll all be around about, actually they'll all be 90% trained from the first game. And then so the 90 to about 95% in the games that you're going to see. I have camouflage net, binoculars and vents fitted. And I also have small repair kit, large repair kit, and first aid kit fitted. Let's get into Tank Inspector. Okay, so the T-34-85 in Tank Inspector. Let's have a good look at it. Go straight to the colorized view, and the hull is the same hull as the T-34. Or, well, it's the same hull as the pre-9.3 T-34. Or it is the same as the current Chinese type T-34. Anyway, so it's 45mm upper and lower hull with this little bit of a 90mm ridge on the beak there. The side of the tank, the lower is 45 and the upper is 45. On the T-34 that's been pulled back to 40mm, but on this T-34-85 they've kept it as 45. Rear of the tank is 40mm. The upper deck here we can see is 20mm, and it's the same with the top of the turret, but the top of the cupola is only 15mm. So the difference though between this tank and the T-34 is the turret. It's a upgraded turret, so it's stronger. So you can see here the cheek area is 90mm thick and is quite well angled and sloped there, you can see, so you do get good ricochet action off there. And the rest of the turret, the sides and the underneath here is 75mm, which look, is a little weak, but from the front it's a bit, there's not much there, and that's ricochet. But down here is where they will get you in that, if they want to get you, and that is a good spot to aim for, just in there. The actual mantlet area here, there are parts where it does overlay, and it's 90/20, but most of it's just the 90mm, and it is reasonably flat, so it can be penned fairly easily. But there are parts here we've got 90/45, which is not bad. It does vary a bit, but it's not great. The cupola is 90mm as well, which is really good. So if you're on a hill, It's not too bad. If you can keep your hull covered, at least you've got a chance of bouncing some shots. The rear of the turret is 52mm, and that's about all there is to it.
Let's go.
The map is Corellia, and we're going to see quite a bit of this map in this review. But anyway, I'm in my T-34-85 Tier 6 Russian tank destroyer, and it's a Tier 6 game, so we're top of the tree. There's about 5 Tier 6 tanks on the enemy team, quite a lot of Tier 5s, and then 2 Tier 4s. In this game I have the 122mm howitzer style gun fitted, so you can see it's quite a short barrel. So it's a derp gun firing HE ammunition. So the reason I've put this in is just so you can see how the gun performs. So this is a Tier 6 game. And this is, by the way, my very first game in the tank. So I'm not particularly good at driving it or anything yet. But yeah. So now, my crew is not fully trained as well, so you've got to bear that in mind with the gun performance. Like that shot there, for example. Probably would have been better if my crew was fully trained. Yeah, so aim time, loading time, all that would be better with a fully trained crew, of course. Alright, so hopefully I can actually hit something and show you how the gun works. A KV-1 has good armor. You can see I'm getting an orange indicator there. Fire one in, land somewhere in the front plate there, getting 47 damage, not a lot. So against, if you end up in a tier 8 match and you're firing at heavies, you can do basically no damage. Yeah, it really struggles against high tier tanks, this gun. It's not a bad HE gun, but just against tier 8s it's pretty much useless. So fire another one front plate, this time much better, 182 damage. We land on the heavily sloped but lightly armoured upper plate. See if we can get the killing shot here. Oh, no, he's dead anyway, someone else got the killing shot. Now that Covenanter up there, oh, here we go. Can we get a shot on him? Ah, we missed. That would have been devastating into the back of him. But accuracy not great, and I don't want to stick around to have a duel with those guys because I won't win it. Just making sure I'm not spotted and there's nothing in front of me, and I decide to actually just forget about those guys and go past them. Something hit me there. It might have been Artie firing at me or something, but something hit the ground just behind me. I assume it was artillery. I'm just keeping my eyes and my gun pointed up the hill in case those guys are about to try and fight down at me, but they seem to be unaware of my presence. So I've snuck past. Actually, the Jagdpanzer got killed up the top there. There's still that Covenanter or whatever it was up there though. So I've found Artie. It's an FV304 and not very good accuracy on this gun, and it goes straight into the dirt. Now I've probably been spotted. Somebody's fired a shot there. That didn't look like Artie. That was somebody else shooting at me. This is risky. He could really hurt me here. Oh, well, there he is. Alright. He's going to go that way. I'll choose to go this way. And he's running. Oh no. He's trying to get a shot. Oh, I landed, I think, right in front of him. And did about 72 damage to him. Didn't actually hit him. So that was just splash damage. Oh, I've got to be careful.
We've lost the track.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, and I've been rammed by a Hellcat. Hellcat has now put a shot into me, but I don't know if that was artillery. I think his teammate killed him. And we managed to finish off the FV304 there. I'm pretty sure. Or did he? No. No one's -1 on his team. Okay, I've been hit by Artie, by M37 Artie there. So we know where the Artie is now because I've got the direction indicator telling me where he is. I don't want to drive straight up there though because I want to wait till my spot disappears. I want to try and throw him off the track a little bit. So now I double back. Wow, that Hellcat almost killed me. He did 270 damage to me, and then the Ram did another 227 damage. He just came out of nowhere. So I'm almost dead. I've only got 20 hit points left. So if Artie even lands close to me, I'm a goner. Now we have 5 tanks remaining. The enemy has 5 tanks remaining. So that's a very even game. We both have 2 artillery each. The enemy has heavy tank KV-1. We have no heavy tanks. I'm not going very fast up this hill. Okay, well that's the T-34's been spotted a fair way away. Now we've spotted Artie. He's not looking at me. He's turning now. Oh, it missed. Look, I really do believe that with a fully trained crew, the accuracy would be a lot better. I don't think it's fair to blame the tank. That was terrible accuracy. We're not exactly long range. We're 50 meters now, and that one goes in. Thank God that went in. I wouldn't have been too happy if that had missed. All right. So it's looking good now. We're now 5 tanks still, and the enemy's down to 3. So one of my teammates got their T-34. Alright, so now I'm just looking, hoping I'll come across the other Artie, or maybe one of the other tanks I can get from behind or something, but they pretty much know where I am. Oh, they're coming for me. Artie. Trying to make as sure as possible. That one, you can see my gun depression wasn't great, and I could only shoot at the top of him. And there's their Panzer SFL. So I've probably still spotted for him. Oh, now it's gone, but let's just see if we can edge up on him. There he is, edge up. He fires and bounces off me, and I get the final shot. Alright, there you go. Okay, so it wasn't exactly a masterful display of tank driving, but it was my very first game in the tank. So yeah, you know, you gotta give a little bit. So you can see that we actually was a class 2 badge anyway, and we got high caliber. We got lucky, and I'm pretty sure it must have been a team kill or an Artie kill or something that killed that Hellcat that was next to me. That's why I got lucky. And this is the what the hell badge is that? It was a few days ago I played this game. Is it Pascusi for killing? I think you have to kill 3 artillery to get Pascusi. Did we kill 3 or 2? Oh, we killed 3 artillery. Yeah, because the FV304. Yeah, okay. So I think that's what it was for. Killing 3 artillery. Yeah. Okay, so moving right along. We actually finished on top for XP and on top for damage too in the whole game. Wow. Not bad for my first game. So you can see there at that tier, that derp gun works okay, other than the accuracy, and I think that would improve. So yeah, not bad. Shots fired 13. We hit with 6 of them. They all penetrate, of course. We also did splash damage. That's right. That was on that FV304. That first shot was just actually missed, but was splash. We did 1,698 damage, which is all right. Hits received 4, penetrations 3, non-penetrations 1. So we managed to bounce a shot. And what else did we do? We spotted 6 vehicles, which is pretty good. And we damaged 6, destroying 4 of them. And a little bit of assistance damage, not much. And it was 35,000 income. Forget about the bonus. Without the bonus, we made 27,000 profit, which is not too bad. And it was 934 raw XP, which is enough for a class 2 badge. I have 2 more games coming up, really good games, so stay tuned.
Time to roll out.
Alright, so here we are in our T-34-85 Tier 6 Russian medium tank. It's a Tier 7 match. How many is there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Tier 7 tanks on the enemy team. And most of the rest are Tier 6 like us. Now I make a decision right at the start of the game that I'm going to go for the hill. So I'm going flat out for this tank. Has fairly good speed and very good speed really. And so yep, going for the hill. Now fortunately it looks like I've got T-43 who's also going for the hill. T-43 is the Tier 7 Russian medium, so that's the one you get after this tank. And we are getting spotted a little bit. I'm a little bit worried about getting hit, and I'm a bit sneaky. I get behind the T-43 so that they shoot at him instead, and he actually bounces a shot. Gonna have a shot at this Panther on the way up, which misses. And here we go. VK has foolishly come right around. Maybe he thought there was only one of us here. We tracked him with that shot. He's coming to turn at us, and we managed to finish him off. Now, I don't want to poke around the corner straight away because I've been spotted and guns will be pointing up here at me, and I see some tanks have been spotted over here, so I figure let's have a shot. Now, there's our exact tank on the enemy team, and we get a hit into him there on the side, and he's disappeared. I'll take another shot. Don't know whether that hit or not. Looked like it went true. Now, I don't want to pop straight over. I'm thinking I'll go further over because I don't want too many guns pointing back at me at the same time. So I'm trying to get further across before I try and get any shots down there. Come over this ridge. Panther. Ooh, we got a shot on the Panther, and he has a very accurate gun and gets one back into us. Now I've been spotted again. I'm worried about being shot from the other side of the hill here, so I'm backing right into here to try and get away from enemy fire. There is no artillery in the game, so I'm not having to worry about artillery, which is good. So I come over again. I luckily bounced a shot from the IS, and we put one inside of the T-34-85. I've never been in this spot before, so I'm a bit unused to it, but I realise now I am in a fantastic position. T-29 fires at me and misses, so it was a bit lucky, but then I was a bit unlucky because I bounced off him, off his side, but we get that one in and we track him, which is great. He cannot return fire. It looks like he's maybe used a repair track there. We didn't manage to track him with that next shot. I wanted to. And now he's turning. I'm going to track him with this shot. Yep. Now I'm just going to aim at this section of his hull here. So if I hit that, it should pin. Oh, and the IS comes in and saves him from the shot. I don't know if that was deliberate or not, but he saved him from that shot. And I move out a little bit to get a shot at him, and I take a hit. That was a bad play by me. But I know now he's going to take a while to reload, so I take my time, aim at his lower plate, which is almost flat to me. The angle was, because he's tilting up, it was almost a flat plate for me. I'm going to be very careful here. He's going to be pointing at me. It looked like his gun's pointing at me, so I just back off. I've got plenty of friendly tanks coming in, and so hopefully they'll distract him. He just took a shot at me then. He thought I was coming out, so now we get a free shot. I missed. I went under his tank. I back a little bit to give him less to shoot at, and I aim at his cupola just in case he. I thought he might not reload in time, but I thought I'll just back and give him less to shoot at just in case, and put one in his cupola, which worked out well. I'm just gonna see if he's aiming at me. He's got people shooting him. He should be distracted, and he is. Yep. And we get another shot into him. I don't think we're going to get the killing shot though. Alright, now let's see if we can get this Panther. The Panther's dead as well now. Alright, well instead of going down like they're all going up across there, I'm going to go back up. There was a KV-2 up here we saw before, so hopefully... Oh, he's just been spotted again. Hopefully we can get some shots in on him. Nice juicy target. Big target for us. Here we go. He's disappeared and he's dead. Alright, there's another KV-2, never fear. And he's dead. T-25/2, and he's behind a rock. Alright, I'm beginning to think I made the wrong decision coming up here. But I'm here now, so... It looks like we're going to win by a mile. We're it's 11-5. Oh! Here we go. We get him. Tried to get him on the move. I didn't get a very good shot. Didn't shoot very well. Moving to get a shot at him. Here we go. And he's stationary. Big mistake. He's just been tracked. T-34-1. We get into it. Oh, someone shot at us. I don't know if that was him or not. We managed to get the killing blow. I'm moving back now. Somebody shot at us just then. I don't know if it was him or somebody else. They only have 3 tanks remaining. So, you know, we're definitely going to win. Alright, I'm confident I'm no longer spotted, so I'm deciding to move forward again. And there's that T-25/2 again, but we can't get a shot on him. I'm debating whether I should actually just drop down now and drive straight up there. Oh, here we go. A T-43. That's the Tier 7 medium version of this tank. Let's see how we go with him. And he stopped. We hit him on the, as you see there, on the front of the turret, which is a pretty worst place to hit that tank. And we get a nice one to his side there. I don't know why he's not moving, unless his other track's been disabled. This one looks fine. Another nice hit. Another one, so yeah, we're very lucky. They're just getting nice, easy shots. And now there's that T-35-2 and a Jag Panzer. The T-35-2 has just been killed, and the Jag Panzer, the last tank, has been spotted in perfect position for me. He's going to go behind the rock. Oh, he stopped. Thank you so much. Oh, all we did was track. Come on. Ah, yes, we get the final kill. Alright, good game. So, a good game in the tank. We managed to get mastery in that game, which was very nice. And you can see we hit a lot of tanks. And we did finish on top 4 experience, and I think we finished on top 4 damage as well. Yes, we did. Next screen. So we fired 27 shots, of which 24 hit. That's pretty darn good accuracy considering the kind of shooting we were doing. And of the 24 shots hit, 20 of them penetrated, which is really good. Damage of 2,649 is very nice, and 917 of that was from a distance of 300 meters or more. We received 3 hits, 2 of them did penetrate, so we managed to bounce 1, which was quite good because it was the IS. Spotted 1. We damaged 8 vehicles, destroying 3 of them, and 747 assistance damage, which is nice. Very good income on the tank. There was some bonuses going at the time, but if we disregard the bonuses, we still made about 39 grand on the game, which is really good. 1,249 is enough for experience for a mastery badge, and with premium that came up to 1873. The next game is a ripper.
Let's go.
It's a tier 7 game on Corellia. Wait a minute, didn't you just watch this game? Well, this time we're on the other side of the map, so it's completely different. Tier 7 game once again. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tier 7s on the enemy team, and most of the rest of the tanks are tier 6 except for a couple of tier 5 artilleries. So off we go, and once again, because I have a pretty quick tank, I'm going to be going for the hill, except this time from the other side. I also noticed when I looked at the lineup that most of the enemy tanks are heavy tanks and tank destroyers, which means that I will have a pretty good chance of getting to the hill before most of the other tanks. I have a KV-13 in front of me there as well, helping me, which is good. You can also see that I'm blue, a bit of a blue colour there, because I shot somebody. And that was actually the, if you're wondering who I shot. Now, I just got winged by that T-37 there, 111 damage. That was totally unexpected. I didn't even know he was up there. That wasn't good. So, and he's using gold ammunition, so I'm off to a bad start. I decided to go wide because I want to get this T-37 by surprise. He surprised me. Now it's going to be my turn to surprise him, I hope. So hopefully he thinks I'm behind the KV-13. Hello. We get a nice one to the front of him there. Whoa! I just got shot from behind by a VK. So obviously I got spotted, and someone, I was high enough for someone on the other side of the hill to shoot me. Yep, VK way back there. That's not good. So I haven't had the best start, really. Oh dear. Well, alright, so we have an IS coming out. A couple of people have laid into him. I guess shot into him as well. The heavies are coming, and we're not in the best spot. We managed to take care of that IS though, which is great. These guys with me are doing an awesome job. We've got this KV-13 and a T-25/2 as well. Coming out to take shots. We get a shot into the Tiger, and I back up again. So I'm just waiting for my reload. As soon as I'm reloading, I'm coming back out to have another shot. This time I'm going to have for this IS over here. Wasn't looking, so why not? Another shot into the Tiger, into the front. Oh, that was a good damage roll. 222. Now both of the tanks on the left have now been killed. The Tigers are coming for me. But these dead tanks are providing me with really good cover. Oh, a bit lucky to get through the side of the Tiger on that occasion. Oh, actually the T-25/2 wasn't dead. He's dead now. Oh, I thought he was dead already, but no, he wasn't. He was still fighting. Okay. This Tiger here, not even looking at me, and we bounce off him. Oh, looks like artillery gets him for us. So now I'm going down after this other Tiger. I've got to be a little bit careful. I don't know exactly what's around the corner. And managed to finish off that Tiger. Okay, that was fairly intense. So once again, I'm not going to bother pressing around there, letting the artillery shoot at me, and TDs that are probably waiting for me there shoot at me. I decide to go up the hill. We've got the KV-3 down there, and the FV-304 is moving up into position as well, so I figure they can go around there if they want. I'm going to see what I can get from here. Can't quite get a shot on that AT-7. He's behind cover, I think. One of our team is laying into him now. I'm just not sure if there's anyone close to the edge of this hill. Sometimes they hang around close here and they can spot you, so I've got to be a little careful. Okay, nice shot into that T-25/2. Loading, and she'll get another shot in here for sure. Yep, there we go. Oops, now I've taken a shot from a VK. I think he can, the T-25/2 can see me as well. VK actually hits me again. Gee, I'm hating that VK. I really want to get him. Okay, that T-25/2 is dead. That VK has hit me a couple of times now. He's done a pretty good job, that guy. ARL V39. I have reviewed this tank and I didn't think a lot of it. Has a good gun, that's about it. Terrible aiming time though. And he gets killed by my teammates. Whoa, probably the VK shooting at me again, I suppose. So it's pretty even at this stage. It's 8-9. The enemy is actually winning. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks, and we have 6. AT-7. Can I get a side shot on him? Here we go.
We didn't even scratch them.
Didn't pen. That one went in. Hallelujah. Another one in. Oh, one more and we should have him. He's turned to face us now. Okay, we tracked him. Oh, he's disappeared. I was trying to aim for the cupola. I just blind fired where I thought the cupola was. Okay, a couple of other tanks have been spotted, so I'll have to leave that AT-7 for now. Oh, can we get a shot on this VK? I would love to kill this VK. Missed him. I think I rushed that shot a bit. There's a Fury, one of the new Fury tanks. Just come out in time for the movie. And your ticket expired. Okay, is this the VK that's been shooting me? Which VK? Oh, it is. 32M. That's the guy. Come on. I want him. Yes! Revenge. That's good. So this P1 up here isn't the one that was killing me. It was shooting me. The other one, the one I just got. Oh, not much luck hitting that guy though. He's disappeared again. Okay, so we have 4 tanks now and they have 4 tanks. So it's evened up again. 2 of ours are artillery though. There's the AT-7 and he's been killed. I think Artie got him. Yeah, it looks like our FV-304, you can see there, is on 5 kills. He's having a great game and he just took that guy out. Oh, what happened? I was trying to aim and I think I was moving and I... Oh, we missed. No, come on, he's going to get our Artie. Oh, phew. I was worried about him going to take out our artillery. Oh, our artillery's just behind me, actually. He's come up here. Oh, so he would have been safe anyway. Alright, good. So now they have the 25 AT. And their Artie remaining. And both my Artie, the FV-304, and myself are on 5 kills. So we've both had a clinker of a game. I'm sure we both want Top Gun. Alright, well I just blind fire there and it looked like possibly Artie fired at him at the same time. So time to move in. We still have 2 Artie, so we've got the edge now. We've got 2 Artie and myself, and they have their tank destroyer. I'm trying to read that. The writing doesn't come out properly on the screen. T-35 AT. Okay, well that's actually a very good tank destroyer. I have reviewed that tank destroyer. Excellent, excellent tank destroyer, that one. Which is a warrior. It has a great gun, fast aiming time, and I've got to be very careful here. I don't think I'm a one-shot kill for him. He does about 300 damage with a shot, I think. Or 320, or... If he's really lucky, he could one-shot me. And the Artie can definitely one-shot me. Oh, there he is. Now, I'm not sure if he spotted me or not then. I head one way, hoping my spot will then leave and I can come around the other side. I don't know if he spotted me. He must have. What was he doing? His gun was pointing at the rock. I suppose he was getting ready to turn one way or the other, but anyway. Now they've gone to me just spot for Artie. So I figure fair enough, I've got my top gun. Then again, I do want to kill it. Alright. So we're heading towards the cap. We will hopefully win this game. I don't really want to leave it up to Artie, but... Actually, looking back... There he is. I'm worried about this guy shooting me, because he will kill me if he hits me. Alright, so Artie should have fired at him by now. Maybe they don't have a shot. No, Artie hasn't fired yet. We'll put one into him, and if they're not going to kill him, then I sure as hell am.
Enemy harbor is destroyed.
Woohoo! End of the game. Well, check that out, folks. How's that for a good-looking screen? Mastery badge, Confederate, high caliber, and Top Gun. Not often you get Confederate and Top Gun in one game. In fact, I hit so many tanks they won't even fit on the one screen. I forgot to take a second screenshot of this, so I can't show you the other ones, but obviously we had a pretty good game. Yeah, wow. In fact, 1,723 raw XP is my best ever game XP wise. So that's the highest XP earnings I've ever got in my over 17,000 games in World of Tanks. So very, very happy with that result. So obviously we finished on top for experience and on top for damage and top for kills as well. The FV304 in our team had a great game with 5 kills and 2,000 damage. That's an awesome result as well. So we fired 33 shots, of which 27 hit. That's pretty good accuracy. And of the 27 that hit, 23 of them penetrated, which is pretty good pen. In Tier 7, Tier 8, you wouldn't pen that well, but Tier 7 can still get away with it. Now we did 2,859 damage, which is quite a bit. Not much of it was over 300 meters. A lot of it was close-ish range. We received 4 hits, 3 of them penetrated, so we did manage to bounce 1 of those, and we got a bit of damage from splash damage as well from artillery. We managed to block just a small amount with our armor. We spotted 2. We damaged 13 tanks. Wow! So there's only 2 tanks in the game that we didn't damage, and of that 13, we destroyed 7 of them. What a great game! 1,251 spotting damage or assistance damage as well. We also managed to get 1 base capture point. Must have been when we got on the base to shoot the Artie. So an earning of 58,000 and something credits. With the bonus that was going at the moment, it was another 17,000. But if you disregard that, we made 50,000 profit, which is pretty handsome. So yeah, 1,723 raw XP with premium. It came up to 2,584, being my best ever XP game. Wow. Thank you for watching my review of the T-34-85. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more reviews, please subscribe to ReginaldESQ. Have fun.